I haven't told anyone this story. Not my family, not my therapist, not even the police after the third time they questioned me. But I need to get it out, because every time I see an exit sign on the highway, I feel my hands start to shake. 3 years ago, my best friend, Gabriel, and I decided to drive from college in Ohio down to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. Spring break, open road, 2 guys with a cooler full of gas station snacks and a playlist we spent 3 hours perfecting. Gabriel was the spontaneous one, the guy who'd wake you up at 2 a.m. because he found a diner that served breakfast burritos the size of your head. I was the planner. I had our route mapped, hotels booked, even researched the best parking spots near Bourbon Street. We left on a Friday morning. Everything was perfect. Until hour 7. We were somewhere in rural Kentucky, the kind of area where you drive 20 minutes between gas stations and the radio only picks up Christian talk shows and static. Gabriel was driving. I was half asleep in the passenger seat. "Dude, I gotta pee," he said. I mumbled something about waiting for the next rest stop. "There's an exit right here. I'll just find a gas station." And that's when he took exit 52. I didn't even open my eyes.
I woke up 15 minutes later. We were on a 2-lane road cutting through dense forest. No street lights, no road signs, just trees pressing in on both sides like walls. "Gabe, where are we?" "I don't know, man. My phone lost signal like 10 minutes ago." That's when I noticed it. We hadn't seen another car. Not one. No houses, no driveways, no reflective markers on the road. Just this endless strip of cracked asphalt disappearing into darkness even though it was only 4 p.m. "Turn around," I said. "I'm trying to find a place to turn around now." But before he could, we saw it. A town. Just appearing out of the trees like it had been photoshopped into existence. A main street, maybe a dozen buildings, a church with a white steeple, a rusted water tower, and not a single light on in any window. "There," Gabriel said, pointing to a gas station at the edge of town. "I'll just run in and—" "That place looks abandoned, Gabe. The sign's on." He was right. A flickering neon sign that said gas, food, lodging. But the parking lot was empty. The windows were dark. Every instinct I had was screaming to keep driving, but Gabriel was already pulling in. Gabriel headed to the restroom. I grabbed 2 bottles of water from the cooler. They were warm, which made no sense, and approached the counter. The woman was staring at me. Not at my face, at my chest, like she was reading something written on my shirt. "You boys took the wrong exit," she said. My blood went cold. "We're just passing through. We'll be gone in—" "Most folks who take that exit don't leave." I tried to laugh. "Well, we're leaving right now." She leaned forward. I could smell something rotten on her breath. "Your friend's been in there a long time." I looked at the restroom door. She was right. It had been 5 minutes? 10? "Gabriel?" I called out. No answer. I walked to the door and knocked. "Gabe, let's go, man." Nothing. I tried the handle. Locked. "Gabriel, this isn't funny." Then I heard it. Whispering. Multiple voices, all talking at once, coming from inside the bathroom. And Gabriel's voice among them, saying the same thing over and over. "I can't leave. I can't leave. I can't leave." I slammed my shoulder into the door. It burst open. The bathroom was empty. No Gabriel, no window, no other exit. Just a small, moldy bathroom with a broken mirror and a sink dripping water that looked too dark to be water. I ran back to the front. The old woman smiled for the first time. "Told you. she said. "Where is he?" "He's home now." I backed toward the exit, but the door wouldn't budge, locked from the outside somehow. The lights started flickering, and in each flicker I saw them. People, dozens of people, standing in the aisles, faces pale and wrong, all staring at me, flickering in and out of existence with the lights. I grabbed a metal rack and smashed it through the window, climbed through, ran to the car.
Gabriel's keys were still in the ignition. I started the car and floored it back toward the road we came in on, but every turn I took looped back to the same main street. Left, right, straight through the forest, it didn't matter. I always ended up back at that gas station. And every time I passed it, there were more people standing outside, watching, waiting. I drove until I saw him, Gabriel, standing in the middle of the road. I slammed the brakes. He looked wrong. His skin was too pale. His eyes were too dark. I rolled down the window. "Gabe, get in the car." He walked closer, slowly. "I can't leave," he said. His voice sounded hollow. "What are you talking about? Get in." He leaned down to my window and smiled. "But you can." He pointed behind me. In the rearview mirror, I saw it. The road we'd entered on. Clear. Open. "One of us had to stay," Gabriel said. "I chose me." No, I'm not leaving you." "You don't have a choice. Drive now." The people from the gas station were walking toward us, slowly, all in sync. Gabriel's eyes met mine one last time. "Tell my mom I loved her. And Howard," that was my name. He never called me Howard. "Don't ever come back." My foot hit the gas before my brain could stop it. I made it back to the highway. Signal returned to my phone. The GPS acted like nothing had happened. I called the police from the next rest stop, told them everything. They searched for exit 52. It doesn't exist. There's no exit between 51 and 53 on that stretch of highway. Gabriel's parents filed a missing persons report. The investigation went nowhere. No body, no witnesses, no evidence he was ever on that road with me. But here's what keeps me up at night. 2 months after it happened, I got a letter in the mail. No return address, postmarked from a town that doesn't appear on any map. Inside was a single Polaroid photograph. It was the gas station, and in the window, barely visible, was Gabriel, standing with all the others, his hand pressed against the glass, his mouth frozen mid-word, like he was screaming my name. Last month, I was planning a trip and checking the route on Google Maps, and for about 3 hours, exit 52 was there, listed between 51 and 53, exactly where it should be. I screenshot it, sent it to myself. By the time I opened the email, the image was corrupted, just static. When I went back to Maps, it was gone again. I've driven past that stretch of highway 100 times since, always during the day, always with someone else in the car, and I've never seen exit 52 again. But sometimes, late at night when I'm alone, I see it in my dreams, the flickering sign, the empty town, the people waiting, and Gabriel, still standing in that window, hand pressed against the glass, mouth moving like he's trying to tell me something. I think he's trying to warn me that the road doesn't forget, and one day it might come back for me too. If you're ever on a road trip and you see an exit that doesn't feel right, that doesn't show up on your GPS, that pulls you in even though every instinct says turn around, keep driving. Because some exits don't lead anywhere.
They lead to nowhere, and nowhere is always hungry.